Welcome to the madness!
Hey, how's it going, folks? Today I'm Steffi, and welcome back to another episode of Age of Wonders Planetfall. Honestly, I keep getting that title mixed up every once in a while. Alright, so we are back with the Kirko scenario, Kirko campaign, where we are building up our foundation for our assault against the Amazon faction, as well as the rival Kirko faction as well. So, without further ado, let's get into things. Right, so let's see what we need to do. So, we do have a few things we need to do. We need to get this, definitely. I was mentioning about getting that in the last episode, but I completely forgot. We also have a production thing down here as well we need to get. There's a few things we need to get on this island, on this particular peninsula, I think it's called. We have some very nice things, actually. We've got food in production here, we've got more food. We got really big food landmark here in research. We got another energy down here. So these two syndicate factions are going, syndicate settlements, pardon me, or colonies are going to get some very nice boosts, as well as the health supply complex here as well. But the problem is, though, these normally house some very, very high power army stacks. Right, so let's see what we need to do then. Right, okay, so we have our major. So we have one of our frontline settlements developing, that's fine. We are going to move you next turn so we can get access to that. We got a stack over here moving towards the grasshopper nest as part of a growth faction job. Yep, we know about that because it's a demand quest rather than a. Because instead of giving them materials or whatever they ask for, we decided to do a quest instead. You are chilling here, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I have decided that I'm going to give Potts his own stack revolving around the psi number units. Now, the psi number units have some very, very... I was having a look at the psi number stack research as a whole. And these Malactors, as well as these Heralds of Oblivion, have some very, very nice abilities. And that's the that's what I was... that's what I'm doing with Paul's this particular scenario. I'm making him into a full psi number commander. So you know we have stuff like I know we've got Echo from the Hive Mind and Fury of the Swarm for initiates. What other things do we have? We've got some abilities that we can use rather than Anthem of the Abyss, Dark Elevation, Devour Hope as well. So in case we need some healing. But we will get some very nice mods from that particular research tree anyway. So anyway, we're just going to enter, see what happens. Alright, one of our scouts picked up 52 production. Very nice. So yeah, so we got some scouts around, going around, just picking up some random pickups to aid us with the whole just production stuff. Okay, we got this as a colony. We might actually lose this because of the militia. Yeah. What do you think about this? We'll just auto combat this. We are going to lose, unfortunately. Oh no, we lost. Oh, we won. Huh. Well, it's just interesting. I should have watched a replay of that. Actually, I actually should have. Okay, then well, that's pretty cool. Right, so you have extra can annex another sector. That is beautiful. Let's go for another. Yep, let's go for another water settlement. Oh, wait a minute. Wilderness claim sector. I think, was it not something where we can actually... I thought there was a way that we can actually, let's have a look. We do have access to the next, West ownership. That wasn't what it was. Colony can interact with it, and information from the ability sector is a single resource. We have a doctrine. Each food now produces... Ooh. Each food sector now provides an additional plus 15. Ooh, that could be good for our breeding grounds. Brood mother production strategy that I'm thinking of. Vine builds are pretty cool now. We do have access to flowering nodes again. I'll get a couple of them, they're pretty nice. I'll consider that. We've got 110 influence, which could be pretty good. Sprouting infestation, I want to get. This is one of the mods I want to get for my whatchamacallit, my Engulfer stack, Engulfer and Barrage stack, because as you can see from the description, not only does it grant the user 30% increased damage on all abilities, which is a good amount of damage, but if you read the bottom bit, A unit that dies while under this effect creates a friendly vine sprout, meaning that they will create more numbers for our side. And these vine sprouts, I have seen them in action, they are very good. Like, honestly, so I want to get some of them, so I want to get to integration as soon as we possibly can. But right now, what I do want to get is I want to get some soldier bees for my little beast stack that I want to do. Because these tier 2 skirmishers are actually pretty good. And not to mention, working with the 2 mods that we bought, which the regeneration spores as well as the euphoric spores, that will allow us to get some very nice sort of like support synergy going on, like high synergy. So we'll consider that, but maybe not for now, we'll see. Okay, anyway, we've got ourselves a barrage cast, so we now have some barrages.
Our poison is the cannon shell that we push from our minds, through our mutated thorax and down the specialized segmented abdomen to burst with destructive force upon the mobs of hateful enemies. Take G-Glux, Swarm Herald.
Very nice. Okay, right, so now that we have that, I think we better go straight for the Ravenous Cast so we have access to both our tier 3 units, which would be pretty nice. The elite units as well. And then from there, I think what we're going to do is I want to start working on the biochemical and psionics. But there are some other things we can do as well. I mean, once our research goes up to a pretty decent accumulation, I believe some of these cheaper ones, I think we can actually get a few for free, if I'm not mistaken. If we go Syndicate. Let's see, so for example, if we get it over 300, we could potentially get the Employee Deception and Enforce Control at the same time. So my idea is if we stock up as much research income as possible, we can get some of the Syndicate research for free straight away. So that's what I'm thinking. But as of right now, we're going to go straight for our tier 3 unit, the Ravenous Cast. That's one for next. Okay. Also go social as well.
Nothing motivates productivity in a population more than mortgages. The lure of property ownership inspires in individuals the motivation to perpetually improve their property value and provides an illusion of privacy. Phineas Shaker, Colony Financier.
So the reason why we got that was not only for the residential sectors upgrades, so we get plus level, raising the sector level, sector increase benefits, but we're doing it for the colony district buildings, which will give us plus 2 broodmother slots, and then each colonist of the broodmother slot generates plus 6 food and free energy, which will be very, very nice. Also as well, if we can get that to level 3, as you can see there with Immaculate, we can produce an emergent unit whenever a happiness event happens. Or whenever we get a new colony, which is pretty nice. Okay, right, so from here, we're going to go into accelerated force deployment. The reason for that is for the transit infrastructure. So upgrading the transit infrastructure will reduce travel time within the Empire's domain, reducing the movement cost of road hexes for friendly units within the colony's domain by 2. Like, seriously, this allows for significant movement within the hexes over here. So basically, this means that what we can do is we can do heavy units. Let's see, not only units. Alright, so that's for light. This is for oh, we haven't unlocked the building yet. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is we could use this, and this is a backline troop recruitment, reducing factions, not factions, what should we call it? Colonies. Basically, because of the movement cost boost that we got, basically they can get to the front lines like all the way down here pretty quickly. So that's what my idea is for getting that like now. Okay, Johnson has an unexploited sector, which we will get down in a second. I just want to make sure my base comes back on. It is perfect to this. Okay, we're going to go hydro exploitation because that's the only one we can get really.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay, 165. Right, so here's the thing, right? This is one thing I wanted to mention about. So with these colony events, when it comes to production ones, what happens is with the event, what happens is we get something called an overflow. No, the overflow, as you can see here, 161. This means that we can get a huge discount on some of our production costs. So for example, a recreational dome, which would normally take 120 production, which without this 105 would take 1 full turn, right? So because of this, we now have 0. Now I was told about, you know, potentially adding, oh, is that, Brannick, was that what you were on about, pal? Oh no, wait, I was going for food anyway, wasn't I? That's right, yeah, I was going for food to get colonies, that's right. No, never mind, he's on about something else. So yeah, so basically, yeah, my idea right now is to put food to get more colonists, or civilians, and then we can start stacking them into production. But what I mean is, as of right now, I'm not building anything right now because basically we can use this to get the big boys pretty quickly. That's what I'm trying to say. So for example, I mean, now that we have deep ones, for example, we can now do one of those for free and stuff. So I'm just going to let that overflow build up and build up. And then when we need a stack immediately, for example, with the barrages as well as the, as just saying that, we need elite. Actually, we do need the elite military facility. Do we need that right now? I might as well answer. Yeah, but basically, you know what I'm saying. With the overflow, basically, it's there if you want to get a discount on your buildings or your recruitment, or you can keep it for an emergency so you can get a couple of units pretty quickly. Because I mean, especially with like 105, and then this builds up. You know, you can get like quite a few frenzy stacks pretty quickly if you want to. That's what I'm trying to say. With 160, we can get like 2 critical frenzies pretty quickly. Right, that's what I'm trying to say. Christ. Okay, right. Well, we're going to use that now anyway because I do want to make this into a. an elite recruitment as well. So we're going to build that. We're going to use our overflow, so that's fine. 161. So it's going to take 2 turns instead of 3, I think it is, or something like that. But yeah.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay, 155 here. Okay, so yeah, we're still using that. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we've got the recreational drone. We got the water upgrades. We got the defense turrets.
Ready.
That's fine because I do want to get a little bit of defense here just in case it decides to move forward. That's not a problem. Okay.
Sector annexed.
Okay, sector annexed. That's fine. And then we have
Sector annexed.
sector annexed there. Okay, so we've got the B here. What we're doing with you? Where are you going? Apparently we can annex another sector. Oh yeah, for you and drill. That's fine. Right, well, let's get another one here then. Oh, right, yeah, of course. Right, we'll get one on the coast then. That's fine. In fact, this can help our naval stack maybe as well once we complete this. Because then we could come down here and then maybe do the backline instead. We got a few options. Okay, you're joining with you. That's fine. Okay, we do have a little bit of a problem. Okay, let's see if we can try and position this just right. Right, I don't think we've got a colony. We do here. Let's try and go over here. And then let's go over here. Let's see if we can try and lure this guy into doing this. We might actually get into some kind of a naval fight here in a second. This is like one of the big problems about this. See, that's another reason why we've got naval stack. Basically, once we moved here to get this, then we're going to climb down here and we're going to get this spawner done, which means our crossing between the 2 peninsulas will help us out a little bit. Okay, where are you going? You are heading towards there. Okay, yeah, I'm just basically separating some units right now so we get into a better idea of what's happening. Right, so we are moving to the right. That's right. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, and then we can start having a look around. Maybe even deploy some monitors as well, methinks. We'll see. Okay, you're heading towards here. That's completely fine. Okay, you are heading... Where's the Cosmite site? Down here. We can get that soon. Let's see if we can try and get this guy moved. We're able to grant us access to the location for 19 influence. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, take that. Now, is that ours? It is. Perfect. So now it's linked to this, giving them a plus 10 production. Yep, that stays there. Plus 15, central replication factory. Perfecto. And then from here, we're going to head down to the colonizer. So when we do annex this, we can then get access. We will get a little bit of a boost to our Cosmite. Right, as for you, let's go down here. Let's see if we can try and liberate this maritime research facility. Okay, very last battle. Okay, so we have the Ironclads from the Devar faction. I have used these. These are really, really good. Like, really good. Let's see, we've got ammunition, electrified, and we have the explosive resistant armor for +2 armor. By the way, I finally figured out what shields and armor do. So, shields. Shields reduce incoming damage dealt to the unit, melee attacks and normal shields. And then we have armor, which armor reduces incoming damage dealt to the unit, psionic damage increases all armor. Now, I believe that, at least I think, that shields and armor are equivalent. And I just believe it's just a flat reduction. So, for example, if we had our own ironclad that was doing 14 arc damage, basically it would reduce by 7 because of the armor. Now, obviously, armor can be melted away with certain upgrades and certain abilities, and the same goes with shields as well. So that's why getting that tier 1 ability, the armor, acid composite, I think, for the Kirkos, very important. Mirages. So, yeah, so this is the first flying unit of the the Syndicate faction. So, yeah, so we got Sci-Tech Blasters, obviously, Magical Clarity, Flanker, Hallucination Projector, so non-mindless units and 1 hex radius has 8% chance to receive Hallucination for 2 turns. Units lose 30% accuracy in all flank attacks flank them. Oh, I misread that. That might be something to think about. And then we've got the Mirage Field, which is when it enters its turn, it goes to defensive modes, it grants Obscure to all units in 1 hex range below it. This unit becomes 25% harder to hit, case stag resistance cannot be flanked. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That might be good for some support units. Because Obscured, do you know what? Actually, give me 1 second. Actually, I just realized I don't have to do that. I can check the archives. Can I? Obscured? No? Oh yeah, Obscured. So, Obscured unit abilities 40% harder to hit. Oh, okay, we have some evasion. Oh, okay. And then hallucinations. Hallucinations. Okay, hallucinations. Consider flanking at 30% minus 30% accuracy. Okay, I will have to figure about Mirages. That is interesting. And then, of course, we have a couple of runners. Alright, let's do some. Mirages are actually pretty interesting. That evasion, though, that could work. Something to think about. That is something to think about. That is something to think about. What's this? Oil spill took effect. What's this? Every turn, units have 8 strength to become slow for 3 turns. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, see, there's that. That's what I was on about. Yeah, see, that's a miss. Huh. That is very, very interesting. That is super interesting. That is really interesting. I'm starting to think about these Mirages now, actually, because I think when we first ran into them during the Vanguard campaign, I was attracted to them. So now that we have the opportunity to potentially manufacture some, that's giving me some ideas. And there's the hallucination. And now we have minus 30% accuracy.
Operations available.
In case, eh? Ah, took away all his action points. Nice. Toxic. Yeah, that's the escape module for the scouts.
Enemy
Nice.
destroyed.
Do you know what? The more I think about the side, I keep wanting to say side number because obviously they're psionics, but the more I keep thinking about the Syndicate units, the more I'm starting to find their attraction a little bit. I mean, at first looking at the units, I was a bit like, ooh, but okay, we lost one. That's fine. We can get an order for another one to replace it. But yeah, like I said, like the abilities that these guys have, I'm starting to see what it is. I mean, I was told that, you know, upon first look from other people that, you know, they are like a buffer slash debuffer unit. You know, very like tricksy, you know, kind of like a trickster sort of archetype for the units. But I'm starting to see some attraction actually. I definitely am. Okay, once we get this, then crushing animals, one more. Nice. Okay, but yeah, now that we got this is going to boost our research even more once we get access to this sector. It'd be really nice. That's the reason, right? Yeah, okay, that's the reason why I've got this colony on max food. Yeah, because I'm trying to get this sector. That's why. That's white. That's white. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. Okay, 39. Yeah, because technically we don't own it until we get the sector. That's right. Okay. What's this? Annexing the sector plans to currently minus 20 food regeneration. Oof. We need okay, what was it? What was it? There was one that lets us environmental conditioning, is that it? Hazard removal. Yeah, we need to get that if we're going to do that. Okay, that makes sense. Right, we'll get that soonish. Okay, right. You are into the capital because we're going to start working on your stack in a second. That's right. Let's wait for you. Right, let's start heading you down south then. Take care of this if we can. And then while we're at it, you're busy building that, aren't you? Yeah. I'll tell you what, while you do that, let's get another torrent on the go. And then I can replace the one that we lost in that stack then. Okay, now the question is, where do we want to get a colony from? Okay, Yandra has a non-explained sector. Right, let's get another one of those. Okay, Ops Range Prime. Spawn Urgent, Fabricate Cal's Fail, you still name and justify the war gets cleared. Yeah, steal maps. 60 energy. Actually, we could steal maps actually from. Yeah, do you know what? We're gonna prime that. Because I wanna have a look at the like I said, I wanna have a look at the Amazon faction. Okay, we got Dominion, Evasion at Coca Courses. Which is here. Yeah, see what they went away.
Production ready.
Okay, so we've got the assembly line. That's right. That's perfect. We've got the assembly line for my 20% cost for all units. We've got the water sensors upgrade. Okay, we've got the recreational dome. Like it. Okay, witness to reduced military skirmisher barracks. Okay, and the specialist training sensor. And then we create a sector for here. Yep, that's fine.
Happiness event in colony.
Colony, food.
Happiness event in colony.
That's good. Production.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay, that's fine then. Right. Yeah, right. So you're going here. Let's see. The golfers. Right. Let's have a look at our template for the golfers. Where are you? Golfers. Golfers. Thank you. Right. Okay, we haven't got much so far. We need to... Yeah, see, acidic composite. That's what I was on about. Right, so we haven't got what I want yet, so we need to wait for that. Right, confirm movement. Yeah, you join here. Okay, you're into there, that's fine. Okay, got full health here, almost full health there, that's perfect. Right, let's go engage with this movement. Okay, yeah, we'll engage with that next turn then. Actually, what's that there? Is that what is this? Pure supply stash, right, we might pick that up once we've done with this then. In terms of you, we need to get to the Cosmite. Perfect, okay, 42, yeah, we've got plenty of influence. Nice. Have we got to integration just yet? Okay, required favorites on the next date, 45. Okay, we need to get up there as soon as possible can. Okay, take reward. Right, you keep heading south, you're healing little by little. Okay, let's go on to land. That's fine. Right, let's have a look. Let's... Oh, that's right, we're into here, aren't we? The Black Triangle, that's right. Okay. Let's keep moving, little by little. Okay, actually, do you know what we can do? I can do a little bit of Cosmite for something else, actually. We could go for the Heightened Vision. For +1 strategic range and detection, allowing to see concealed units on the strategic map. Is that worth it for 5 Cosmite? Yeah. Gifted? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Because that will allow us just to see whatever. Alright, so let's wait here. If we can get engaged, we get engaged. Let's go that way. That's fine. Okay, you're fine here. Okay, production. Right, so if you want to get breeding grounds, let's see, let's have a look at our stuff. Alright, so you're an energy stack mainly. 134 energy, but we need a little bit more than that. Okay, what about we go with breeding grounds for +6 food? Yeah, we'll go for that, that's fine. Right. So to now, that's fine. Okay, the ambusher's quarters. Okay, what's this? So we generate 1 influence per turn and -10 energy. Huh. Do I really want that for -10 energy for 1 influence? Not really, but the colony gains +20 happiness whatever influence is spent in interaction with other commanders. Not really doing diplomacy, so we're going to leave that be. I think what we'll do is, I think we will get 2-1 here. We'll get the turrets, and I think we will get... We'll just get that for now. 2-1 militia and turrets. Down here we're getting that. Let's have a look. We've got a nutrition sensor for that. Yeah, it's not the best. Okay, we've got agile farms, we've got maritime research. Yeah, we've got maritime research. That'll help us, so that'll keep you busy for a while. Let's see, we got another maritime research here, which I'm thinking. Or do you want to keep this open up for the naval? No, we need research up. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that'll keep you busy for a while, I suppose. Okay, you've got nothing here. I think we'll get to... Let's get to militia level 2. And then I think we'll get the Brood Cluster and the Green Grounds started immediately. As for you, we don't really need anything for you. The recreational dome could work. Yeah, I mean, can we actually... Okay, we can actually remove the advanced military infrastructure. And that will save us 16 on the upkeep. Actually, to tell you the truth, I will eventually be upgrading all the sectors with their militia. Eventually. But as of right now, we don't really need it. Let's see, is there anything we need right now? Not really. Recreational dome for happiness, and maybe 16 happiness income. Green grounds. Probably could. Yeah, I'll get that, I suppose. Just to help with colonizing up. We do have this, the broadcast station. No, we do own that, that's fine, I think. Do we? We don't, so actually, that could work. Get +5 influence, which you can use. Okay, we moved everything. You're working on that. I think we'll get a colonizer from, let's see, we got 11 citizens there, 9 there, 9 there, 11. Because I'm thinking of maybe moving it here, actually. That might work. And then eventually, what I might do is I might actually buy the dwelling once we're integrated. But we'll see. Okay, let's close channel. Let's end the turn. There's a lot of things to do, but just one turn at a time. One turn at a time. Combat in progress. Right. Okay, one ops ready to learn. Right, we're going to go steal maps. And we want to get it from... Success chance too low. Oh. Jesus, you got 16 Operation Defense? Alright, let's cancel that. That's we'll keep it there. It's prime, so we'll keep it there for later. Right, we need to work in our... operations research. That's what we need to do. Okay, we can annex a... Okay, let's see. The ordinary... We need to get that as well. What do we get for owning it? We get a doctrine. Government Palace is the heart of a planetary communications network that we use to spread propaganda across the globe, greatly increasing our eternal standing. So we get plus 200 reputation and 200 relationship with all races. Could work, but it's a level 5 research which I could get my hands on. I mean, look at that. Plus 5 research slot, plus 5, and then we can get plus 10 happiness, and yeah, do you know what? We need to get my hands on that. We can link it to that. So I think I might keep that slot open, actually. Okay, we can get first. Jesus, that was quick. That was quick. Right. Okay, that's changed everything. That has changed everything. That has changed everything. That was super, super quick. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get there in time. Definitely not. Okay, Huh. Okay. Right. Okay, let's see. Hold on. They are within range. 790 compared to 273 and 202. Okay, so they have Flowering Noid, Transcendent, 2 Worker Bees, and a Firefly Emergent. Okay, and they have two Frenzied with the Heightened and the Crippling Claw. Hivekeeper, apparently. Okay, I'm not too worried because our... Right, you know what? Let's buy that. That's 134. Let's just get that immediately. So now our militia power is 1,000, so we do have a little bit of a chance to keep up with them. That's a timer. Okay, let's just finish up this turn. Okay, so we got the military infrastructure, we got the maritime research, hydro exploitation, and the military infrastructure here. Knowledge. 122. Food.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay, battle won by Mikal, that's fine. Where are these guys heading? Interesting. Okay, obviously steel mats are ready, but we can't do that just yet, because obviously too low. Right, let me see here, Right, you join you. Do we have anything we could prime? We don't have what I want. No, we don't have what we want. That's completely fine. Let's get there for now. Right, let's just do this while it's on my mind. Okay, let me think. Okay, so we've got the tier 2 militia. Combined army power of 1,000. The 2 Kurko, as well as the plant, the emergent. Actually, do you know what? Looking at it as a whole, we should be able to repel it, actually. We should be able to repel it. Because the actual units themselves are not that powerful. Yeah, we should be able to repel it. Yeah, I'm not that worried now. Not that worried, but... And if we do lose the settlement... Oh,
Operations available.
let me think. If we do lose the settlement...
Enemy destroyed.
If we do lose the settlement... Do they still have the militia?
Annihilated.
No, because once they take it, then they will be absorbing it into their empire. Which means that the militia would not be available. It just means that when we take it, we'll have to rebuild the militia. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I'm not too worried about it then. It just goes to show that we're going to have to be a little quick. We'll see. But then again, I gotta remember I'm playing on easy, so I can't see them throwing everything at once too soon. Or too early, rather.
Enemy annihilated. The enemies of the hive have been defeated.
Nice. Okay, couple of levels for a barrager. Now the good news is we can get a barrager up a few levels, we can actually add that to the engulfer stack, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so we get a Venom Sniper, and we get a Hophound. Now we're going to sell it.
Objective completed.
Okay, cool. So, obviously Divine Quest don't yield, that's fine. Right, let's keep heading south for your original position. No, we don't want a forward base there. Let's keep heading towards the Black Tangle so we can complete the quest. Obviously it's not part of our victory objectives, but if we could try and, yeah, I think maybe around here somewhere, I think. Do you know what, actually, do we deploy Monitor? Yeah, do you know what, let's deploy Monitor, let's launch that. Okay, nothing as of right now. We'll keep it open for whatever. Right, you guys, do you know what? Let's keep you here. Yeah, we should be fine. Right, so you got that. Hazard. We need to get our hazard terraforming thing done. Actually, can you head back? No. I'm going to move this guy here as a little bit of a sacrifice. Maybe we can... Actually, they're going to go for this. They are going to go for the... They are going to go for the summon. I thought maybe we could try and lure this guy here, maybe. So we do have a... Actually, we can do that. Growth base. Actually, I think I can... Yeah, we can negotiate that and get him off, but I don't know. Okay, as for you, we're not doing anything here. Let's see, no, because I need the, I need the right research, so not mine. Okay, you position here. Is it just 1 point? It's just 1 point. It's gonna take a few turns. In fact, you know what, while it's on my mind, and we've got quite a bit of, no we're not. I was gonna say I might actually get some, I was thinking of getting some B start, oh, B stack, but I need influence to get this, and then we can do it. Transcendent, I'm not sure what I do with you, actually. I want to annex this, actually, that's what I want to do. But we've got to clear this first. So maybe get you down here to clear that. I'm gonna try that, actually. We'll see. Your position, opposition. Okay, might get some reinforcements down if need be. I think we'll get another colonizer going, actually. You start producing the colonizer. In fact, we get the agile farmers as well in the maritime. Let's get the maritime research so we can, again, keep adding towards our research score if possible. Right, that's our turn. Unfortunately, I am out of time. I'm way out of time, so we'll need to see what happens with this in the next episode. Okay, I am confident. So altogether, that is what, 979 army power, and we have 1,000 here called militia, and we also got our turrets as well. So I think we might be okay. I think we got an engulfer, we got hidden, we got transcendent, we got 2 frenzied, and we got an unleashed. The engulfer can do AoE damage, the hidden can do flanker, the transcendent can heal and tank, 2 frenzied, and an unleashed, which is a scout, which can still do some damage, I suppose. Compared to the 2 frenzied here, the only thing they got is crippling claws, 11 damage there, and chance to do crippling. Oh shit, just hit the microphone, I apologize. But the one thing they do have is a flowering node, which is actually pretty decent, actually. And a transcendent of their own, so this I'm not too fussed about. This and this, maybe, we'll see. I think we could do it. I think we'll be fine. And then if we do end up losing it, we do have reinforcements in the area to retake the settlement, so I'm not too fussed. But the fact is that the sending units now is starting to ring alarm bells a little bit. Because the question is, if they're sending these 2, what's further beyond here, do you know what I mean? And not to mention, this doesn't look like it's a land bridge. It's not. It looks like he's sending them across the water, so probably from here. But we'll see what happens. Right, so anyway, my friends, that's going to be it for today's episode. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Links down below. Check them out if you wish. Apart from that, no, I don't have links anymore. No, apart from that, enjoy the rest of your awesome day and hope to see you next time. Take care.